All right, the final game for today's show on on today's edition of Hitting the Books, the final bowl game. We'll talk about the Military Bowl, East Carolina and Boston College. We've got Boston College 3.5-point favorites here, 49.5 being the total in this game. This should be an interesting matchup here. You know, this East Carolina team, we've liked to back them quite a bit. And look, you talk about situations that fire up a team, and maybe for a big bowl effort. Doesn't get much better than your quarterback Phil Dracovic announcing earlier today that he's coming back for his senior season. And I think that could be a little bit of a nice motivational inspiration here for Boston College in this game. Now, if their offense can figure it out, because I don't know what happened to their offense with Dracovic in the last two games, but they struggled. He really hasn't been the same guy consistently since returning from that injury.
He hasn't looked right. Yeah,
there's no doubt. He hasn't been necessarily clicking. But again, we have a situation here, Conor, where we got bowl practices to get the offense right. You got him coming back for his senior year. I think that fires up the entire program here going into this bowl game. And I'd expect a much different and much better performance from the BC offense in this game for Jeff Hafley. And Jeff Hafley's the kind of coach I'd like to bet on at bowl time. But but the problem is I'd like to bet on East Carolina too, because I think they're excited for this, an opportunity to play a team from the ACC here, Boston College. We saw East Carolina. Their defense definitely got better as the season progressed, but their offense with Holton Ahlers, of course, at quarterback, who has some good games, and then he can have some not so good games. You would think, again, with the extra time, that this offense can get back on track. Let's not forget, Ahlers in the ECU offense, 29, 45, 30, and 38 points scored in 4 games before facing Cincinnati to end the year, where they got shut down. No shame in that, though, obviously, playing the Bearcats and that very good defense. This is an over potentially for me. I think the offense wants to go out there, put on a show with Dracovic coming back next year. He's obviously now probably going to play in this bowl game as well. I think the total's a little light here. Holton Ahlers on the other side can score some points. It's not like BC's defense the last couple of weeks was all that great. Kind of disappointing considering what they were doing times defensively earlier in the season. So right now the over's the play for me. As far as the side, I'd like to be betting on BC in their bowl game, and I'd like to be betting on East Carolina in their bowl game. So it's really tough to choose for me between these two sides. I might just look over the total. Conor, what do you think here? Military Bowl.
I think the total's indicative. Yeah, kind of like Dracovic. Is this guy right? Is the extra time going to get off? Going to make him, back to the guy he was last year? Kind of. I thought they had their chances in the Cincinnati game. They blew it a few plays too. That game could have been a lot closer for East Carolina. But I love the games before that. The Memphis win. They beat Navy. I like East Carolina here. There's just right now, the way BC ended the year, I know we got weeks off. We're got to check everyone's in and out, like we talked about all show long with these bowl games. But to me, give me the points. I'll take a money line. I can't lay points here with Boston College at all. So I'll take the points and go money line a little bit here with East Carolina.
All right.
And the total is light, but I don't know if it could get over. This one's tricky. I think we could see points. This could be a slow, slugfest early. I don't know. But it is light at 49.
Yeah, I don't fault anyone. Like East Carolina as an underdog has been a pretty solid bet for the most part this year. And again, that's where they've been at their best from a point spread standpoint. And they're getting 3.5 here currently in this game against Boston College in the Military Bowl. All right.